Track 3, Unhappy, produced by Mr. DJ. 7+.
10.
Holy. Damn, I might have to give you. Am I emo Mel? If you go higher on Unhappy to the tune of a 10, you might be emo Mools. I don't know.
I might be emo Mools. I mean, first of all, I don't think I've ever written more notes for a song before.
Holy, fam. Okay, well.
And I'll also say that this isn't the only 10 on Speaker Box Love Below.
But I mean, hey, let them know why you unhappy, brother.
I'm fine right now. I'm chilling.
Right.
But I was dreading this review, not Speaker Box Love Below, but Unhappy.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't want to dig deep into my own shit. I just want to review a song on its own merits. But I feel like so much of my attachment to this record is how I've used it to cope as a teenager with like some bad hands that life had dealt me and my family. You know, and as far as what I know now and recognize now as depression, but probably wasn't really able to properly pinpoint it at that age.
Right.
The song just means a lot to me. It always has. But now it also comes with this like very weird nostalgia attached. I'm talking like nostalgia for a time where I was just objectively unhappy and put out. And it's why I use this song like a safety blanket during that time period. But I still feel like I would give anything to go back there. To that time period. And there's that sense of melancholy that runs through this record that I really connect to. So I've talked about it on the show before, but in December of 2001, this was a day after Chris Jericho won the WWF and WCW title and became the first ever undisputed champion at the Vengeance 2001 pay-per-view. I'm at my friend's house where the Backyard Wrestling Federation is, a couple blocks away from my house. And my friend's mom comes in and says, I think your house is on fire. So she drives me back over to my house. And of course, my first instinct is to go in and save the animals inside. My parents are not home at the time. And long story short, it displaced us. The animals were okay. All of them, thanks to myself and my friend's dad, were able to get all of them out of the house safely. But yeah, that displaced us from December 01 until August of 2004. So that was like 3 months or so into my freshman year of high school. And we didn't get back until a month before my senior year. And, you know, I went to school throughout all of high school in my school district. But from the point of the house fire until that summer between 11th and 12th grade, I lived 20 to 30 minutes away in Plainview. And if you watch wrestling, you probably know Plainview as the hometown of MJF, but it was also where I was living for the majority of my high school experience. So when I was saying in the background info, I bought this album at the Broadway Mall in Hicksville, that wasn't even my mall. We lived much closer to Roosevelt Field in Uniondale, but that mall was like completely inaccessible to me without someone who had a car driving me there and picking me up. So anyways, in Plainview, I used to like walk up and down Old Country Road. Usually the only social interaction that I was getting outside of school and occasionally seeing friends on the weekends was going into Blockbuster and talking to, if you remember in the Savage Mode 2 review, Mel, Mario, aka Master Ooze.
Yeah.
From the Steppin' on Redacted's review. I'd go and talk to him, or my friend Jose at Hollywood Video, who He passed away, sadly, a couple years now. I was spending a lot of time at the library, at the Plainview Old Bethpage Library, and I was posting on forums and mainly listening to OutKast, Jay, Dilated Peoples for some reason, Eminem, 50 Cent. It was like a very limited group that I was listening to at that time. And this was one of the songs that I would run into the ground in this time period where I was like very disconnected from everything and having to spend, you know, most of my high school experience away from my hometown. You know, I was really clinging to this record. And to this day, I'm still not sick of it. And it takes me right back to what were difficult times for me, but I have a sense of like wistfulness for that time now. And as far as the song itself goes, like, it's just one of those songs that I feel like gets me down to the music. And it embodies all of the feelings that are poured into the writing of the record. And it's the one song on the album, at least on this disc, that I've really had a hard time pinning down the sound of. Like, I guess it feels like still very Dungeon Family. It wouldn't have sounded out of place on maybe a previous OutKast album or an album from another Dungeon Family affiliate in this time period. But, I mean, how would you describe this music, Mel?
I just pinned it down as melancholy funk. That was like, that's how I described it. You know, everything you just said. And like, see, now I feel, because I was actually worried that like I didn't want to go too deep in it, because like my history with this song doesn't go back to when the album came out, but when the album came out, there was a lot going on. But like this song, when I first really registered it in 2019, I liked it. And this, like, in my notes I wrote, I'm like, oh man, like, is this just like Count Basie emotional spillover? Because I got very emotional in that review, but like I'm still kind of in that space. But this song brings you there, but for different reasons. Like, you know, I hate to hear, you know, I mean, I've known for a while, but like just the story of the house burning down and everything, and what this song brings you back to. But like, as I was listening to the song this week and everything he was saying and different parts of the verses that connect to me, when this album came out, so when the song would have came out, it was not a great time for me either. Like, for a bunch of different reasons that I don't want to get into, but like, it reminds me of, so when this album came out, in 2003, I was actually starting 6th grade, and I was starting school for the first time outside of my hometown. I had moved an hour and a half away. I was living in Champaign with my dad. And, you know, I was born here in Peoria, and I grew up, you know, from basically 0 to 10 here. But like, I started staying with my dad finally in Champaign for his last year of college. And so I went to school for the 6th grade there, and I was familiar with the city because you know, my dad had been there the past 3-4 years. So like, it wasn't like I was in a strange new place, but I was away from my family, most of my family, and everybody, all my friends from like, you know, for the past 10 years. So it's like, this reminds me of that. It reminds me specifically, there were a lot of nights where I would, you know, like cry in the shower because like that was the safe place to cry, because it's like, you know, I don't want to like alarm my dad or my stepmom or anything, like crying around it. So like, I remember every night, like before school, like I would like, that was the place to release, you know, and this song reminds me of that. And like everything that was going on, like in the lyrics, when he's talking about, you know, in verse 2 specifically, when he's like, once upon a time.
Perfect verse alert, by the way. Maybe the first time I've ever given a perfect verse alert to an 8-bar verse.
I feel you, man.
I like his first verse too. And, you know, it's it's good, but it's not as deeply felt to me as the second verse. Second verse makes me cry.
You know what? And it makes me cry too. But, I might have to agree with you. Perfect verse alert. Because, I didn't consider it because, his story isn't beat for beat my story, but it doesn't have to be. That's not the requirement.
It's not beat for beat my story.
It's perfect emotionality. It's perfectly expressed.
Yes. His feeling was just, resonating with me at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And, look, I'm Jewish. Hit the Drake drop. I hit both of them because my dad did have me celebrate Christmas one year to get an experience of what that's like. My mom made me a Christmas stocking, and my dad, I believe, got me the Super Nintendo. So
Sega
I had
Genesis.
I had a Christmas experience once because they didn't want me to feel left out. They wanted me to experience what other people were going to experience, and I really it's not my, we did Hanukkah.
Right.
By the way, I'm Jewish.
But, helping be accepting and understanding of other, cultures and ways
I think about this line, when I found out that Santa Claus was nothing more than vanilla, it was silly because my mom and pop, they work for every penny.
Yeah. Milli Vanilli, for those who don't know, but look that up, folks.
I still think about that line a lot because I don't have direct access to the artists a lot of times, so I'm still left wondering, does he mean it was silly as in they should have told me from the beginning that they were the ones buying me the gifts because I saw how hard they worked for them and I love them more than I would love this character? Or is it what do you think he's trying to say there?
I interpreted it as kind of because he says he found out, but I've always heard the line almost like as a kid he thought, well, that was silly anyway because that's my parents, they're working hard, ain't no Santa Claus,
right, and didn't have many but had enough to get by, enough to get fly. Only to start the new year off in debt. Now you forget your happiness came and went like mom and dad's relationship.
Now that line fucks me up.
That line fucks me up too. But you're a child of divorce. I'm a child of losing my mom at a young age.
Right.
So came and went, as in to me, my mom passing when I'm 6, the relationship is effectively over. Especially once my dad meets my stepmom.
Right. And this album came out the same year my dad got married to my stepmom. And, my mom and dad split up really before I could even experience what that unit would look like. I mean, they were I was 3 or 4 when so it was never really had that experience like that. But you know what? I think probably verse 3 might be the perfect verse alert for me because...
Oh, I was going to say, it's not perfect verse alert for me, but it's also deeply felt, and I've had family members who struggled with alcoholism. So when he talks about, I never thought that alcohol could ease the notion of the sadness. No, it done used to be a happy home, then turned into some bad shit.
Graphic language, mild violence, and the silence of the fams. I like that movie scheme, that, MPAA, he's listing but Silence of the Lambs, Silence of the Fan. Yeah, I like that. That was cool. But that shit hit me in the chest. Now, I don't have experience with I guess, I actually kind of do now that I think about it. And it actually contributed to why I was living in Champaign at the time. But not alcoholism per se, but just the turned into some bad shit. I still have a very close-knit family, but around this time there was some family shit going on and, different reasons than what Big Boy's talking about, but it effectively shattered my world. And I never actually recovered, to be honest with you. And it's part of why I was crying in the shower when this album came. A lot of shit was going on. So I felt that what used to be a happy home then turned into some bad shit. Cause in a blink of an eye, everything crumbled. And when I was 9 years old, so.
And I look at it again, when I read that line, I think now in the following line tells me what he means. But when he says, I never thought that alcohol could ease the notion of the sadness, is he talking about someone in his home becoming an alcoholic, or is he talking about turning to alcohol himself. To deal with the, the pain that he's dealing with?
I think it's both. Like, almost like he now sees why they were drinking heavily because he's doing it himself to cope with things. But at the time, I initially read it as, like as a kid, he's like, I didn't know like alcohol was used for this, but this alcohol has caused this happy home to crumble into all this stuff that's happening. Like,
there's a warmth to all of it though, that like, as sad as some of it sounds reading it out on paper, I really cling to this song for comfort more than anything else.
It's the funk of it. Like I was saying, it's sad as hell. I mean, and the chorus is final as hell too. It's
might as well have fun because your happiness is done and your goose is cooked.
Your goose.
That's the chorus. But
you almost got to sing it with a smile.
Sleepy Brown. Yeah. Sleepy Brown and Deborah Killings, who are doing the flip that smile upside down now.
I mean, that line in itself.
I love how they're placed. I love how they kind of alternate between Deborah and Sleepy. It's a perfect record to me, honestly. Like damn near like 2 perfect verses on it. Perfect music. I love the chorus and the refrain on this. I mean, the flip that smile upside down now. Everything about this thing, just, I don't know, man. This is definitely emo mools, but this is also, at this point, the record brings me back to like the fall and winter of 03, 04.
Yeah, that fall and winter. I know all about it.
And it was a bad time, but like, I don't know. I'd like to go back to that time. Not with those same circumstances, but like, I dug it more back then. Like, life was as fucked up as life was. It's on a whole nother level now.
Yes, exactly. I 100% agree, because that's the funny thing about nostalgia. You often find yourself ending up nostalgic for times that were bad when you were living them. But it's like, hey, it wasn't as bad as it is now, or it's like, hey, this actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was had I just known this or that. Like, yeah, at the time when this album came out, it wasn't a great time, but I look back on it now fondly because it's like, I had no idea how much worse it would get. Like, this was actually like that last, kind of era of things being somewhat innocent or normal or, what have you. But that one time when I was a child, flip that smile upside down now. The phrase is flip the frown upside down, but like obviously they flipped the phrase and to flip that smile. It's like that loss of innocence. I think about that. He's a child and he's not smiling anymore. I was a child. I wasn't smiling anymore. I was a very happy, smiley kid up until a certain point. And like that 03, 02, 01 time period where just life got crazy.
Reality hits,
reality
and
hits.
That's not to say reality hadn't hit for me before, but I think that plus like going through puberty, being in high school, being disconnected to an extent because I'm away from home,
right,
and only going to school in my town, but spending time in another place away from most people except for 2 guys that work at fucking video stores. It's a bleak fucking life. But I can't not mention also, I was always very intrigued by the drowning in the gray cell, to dwell in earthly hell, a pimp warrior fell.
Well, I know about that gray, but I mean, the song is actually, I mean, that part in like verse 1 is about like doing a bid, right? It's like being in jail.
Yeah.
I mean, he's talking about your feelings, you must protect them as well as your rectum. Obviously the trope, there about assault in jail.
Paying homage to the great record, The Message.
Sure. But I mean, it's a sad verse because he's, that incarceration ain't no fun, but the rest of it, I really, really connect with on a personal level.
The other 2, I mean, it's fine, but the other 2 verses are like way more just, engrossing to me. So,
yeah,
I give this one my highest praise. It's a 10.
I mean, I had to like it. It was actually like Big Boy diary rap. I mean, he's letting us in on his life and upbringing and things, and it's different reasons to be unhappy, from jail to interrupted innocence. And I mean, hey, look at me.
We got that anecdotal in here,
That anecdotal's here. Something about the mix too is very comforting to me. It reminds me of actually 2010 when I got my first pair of Beats and like everything was loud. Like I like how loud the vocals are on the like when they first come in. It's just like it just reminds me of that time. But yeah, I mean, I feel you on the perfect on the perfect. I understand.
I would just ask if you could play it real quick if we're going to move on, because I can't pin this beat down other than, you said it. Like, it's, how did you describe it? As emo funk?
Melancholy funk.
A melancholy funk, yeah. This.
Yeah.
You get some of them bongos in there?
Yep. Well,
might
folks,
as well have fun because your happiness.
You got it. Well, come on, folks, check it out. All right.
Drowning in the gray cell, to dwell in earthly hell, a pimp warrior fell.
1, 2, Sir Lucius L. Left foot in the motherfucking beat. Lucius. Sir Lucius left foot. I just entered.
Might as well have fun, cause your happiness is done and your use is cool. Might as well have fun, cause your happiness is done and your use is cool. Might as well have fun, cause your happiness is done and your use is cool. Might as well have fun, cause your happiness is done and your use is cool. Virtual in this thing, never let them see you sweat. Never let them be a threat, and your feelings you must protect them as well as direct them. Must keep self out of harm, out of dangerous way. Let's play this play when you graduate and move on. True happiness is not acquired, and you won't find it.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in there musically, but it works. It works.
It's not even my favorite beat on the album, but it's like probably my second favorite beat on the album.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
And my other 10 is not my first favorite beat.
Oh shit! It sounds like there's a lot to love on this motherfucker. So, yeah, folks.
Yep, as we continue to go deeper into the speaker bog.
Yeah, that's Spreaker Bow. Yeah. Unhappy, y'all. Look, if y'all don't get it, one day, what are you going to say when you're older? You understand when you're older? At 30, it's not old, but like I have a fucking littering of failed plans and dreams behind me, so I feel this chorus.
I'm less depressed than I was back then, but things are objectively worse.
I'm unfortunately more depressed, and while things are objectively worse.
Because I think I finally understood. I might as well have fun.
I can't allow myself to do it. I just have a...
Because my happiness is done and my goose is cooked, so I might as well fucking go to them horror shows at the damn amusement parks, go to them damn concerts, like the final lap. And Mel,
all right,
we know why it's called the final lap, right? We don't have to remind them.
We do. We definitely do. So, we should move on. You ready?
Are you watching the vlogs though that are coming out of every night they're dropping a new vlog from the last night?
This
for the final. Everyone seems to be having the greatest time of their lives.
Okay.
I've heard a lot of people say, like, I feel sorry for you if you didn't come here. I'm like, damn, okay. Well, glad I'm coming.
I don't think. I'm not going to say you're lying about that, but I haven't seen anything.
Pull one up. Go to his social and pull up the most recent one. Look. Or fuck it. Maybe I'm leading. Go to the second most recent one. If you think that's just anyone you pull up it's going to have that vibe to it. It's going to have that vibe of a very satisfied audience afterwards.
Oh, brother.
Right. You got one?
50 Cent. I'm on his Instagram. I'm looking. No, he's posting about a flash mob.
No, on his Twitter page, dude, or X, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I'm calling it Twitter. Okay. 50 Cent.
Go to his page. He's always putting up a new video about, last night was a movie. Tonight is going to be a bigger movie.
Big things are happening, but you don't hear me, though. August 12th. Officially Curtis Jackson Day in Hartford, Connecticut.
Yeah, did you see that?
The energy was so good, it made me remember why I moved to Connecticut. I didn't know he lived in Connecticut.
Oh, he did for a while, but I think he lives in Texas now.
Okay. We're going to see what the vibes are like in Hartford, Connecticut tonight. Happy birthday.
Is there a video attached?
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, hip hop, a 50 Cent, 50 years.
See, he acknowledged it, unlike Drake and Jay-Z's bitch ass.
Don't remind me. No, Jay was allowed. Drake, I don't want to get into it. You my main man, but you're moving waste. All right. But anyway. Oh, Bobby Shmurda. I see the video here. Yeah, he looks like he's having fun. He's pouring out, what is this, that Branson coming in?
Bad, Bobby.
Young M.A. She was at the house.
Not bad. I'm talking about, it's one of the tour, it's like last night was crazy. Tonight's going to be crazy.
He said the vibes. I mean, he's got all the people like they're talking,
Is it a video that's like a 1 minute kind of like promo reel of like all the fans giving testimonials?
Oh, no. It's just like.
Go to the Beatmasters, okay? What are you doing?
The Beatmasters?
I'll get it.
The chat.
There's speech being suppressed right now. I'm feeling this is
suppressed speech.
There's massive suppressed speech going on.
I see it. It's people in the parking lot talking about, 50 Cent's great. Okay,
play it. Let them hear it.
Oh, my God. Okay. I got to pull it up on my phone because, I was looking on the laptop.
Oh, no. What are we going to do?
This man. You would think Wolves was getting paid. You would. All right. They show me Mad Love in Darien, New York. You're going to see how Cleveland, Ohio get down tonight. Okay.
Right now, we in Darien Lake, man. We final lap tour, nigga. Whoa, to run from police. Now we got police escorts. I'm psyched that 50's back in Buffalo. Can't wait to see this shit happen. I was hoping you would come here, and I got my wish. No. 50's fucking power. No, 50's We've been fucking with 50 since middle school, man. 50 Cent is the GOAT. Let's go. We're about to kill it tonight.
Our whole life we've been waiting to see 50. Can't wait.
About to be jumping tonight.
He's been our favorite rapper since I was in middle school.
Shout out to 50. We love you, bro. Been bumping 50 for like a whole week straight. Just trying to get ready. I'm here. I'm going to be supported by you tonight.
Okay, all right. It was hype. I ain't gonna front. It was hype.
You saw that fire though?
I saw the pyro. All right, folks.
Crody turned me up. Okay.
The final lab tour available now as a tour. Okay. Would you like to move on?
Yeah, I'd just like to say though, 50 Cent's doing the one thing that Andre 3000 couldn't do.
No,
tour.
Hey, come on, man. All right, we're moving on. Track 9, Hey Ya, produced by Andre 3000. Listen, this shouldn't come as a surprise, but at the same time, it might surprise people, and I'll explain why. But 10.
Muslim I'll connect 10. That'll never happen again. 2 10s that we connect on basically the same album.
The way you move in Hey Ya, the lead single from this thing.
How could you not think these are 2 of the greatest singles ever?
Listen, it's this simple, everybody. Hey Ya is a perfect song. It's one of those songs though where it's been so chewed up and played out. You have to remind folks, even yourself, why it's so outstanding.
Not just chewed up and played out, but we've already gotten all the video essays about the dark meaning behind Hey Ya. As if we can't decipher lyrics on our own,
Well, here's the thing, though. Those essays, I guess, are for people who, were around when this was a huge hit. Hey, if you're the youth and you're listening right now, okay, understand, when this shit came out, it was every fucking where. Okay?
Yes,
I mean, inescapable. You could not escape this record.
This is one of the biggest I would maybe even say this is the biggest record we've ever covered on Rap Rankings. It's not a rap song at all, really.
Yeah, I mean, we know this album won Album of the Year. This song was so huge, okay? And the point I was making is that because of how huge it was and because of how upbeat and energetic it is, as we're going to get into, you know, I think a lot of people just didn't really, they were too busy dancing. You know, yeah. I was actually, I was in therapy recently, and I was telling my therapist we were going to do this review, and I was telling her about Hey Ya, you know, and I'm like, I think I brought it up because I was hurt over this girl, right? And I was like, yeah, it's a dark song, and she was like, really? And I was like, oh yeah, and so I explained to her, like, I went through the lyrics with her, and she's like, wow, I never noticed. And that's fair though, because I'm telling you,
at first. I mean, when I was a kid, I wasn't a kid, but when this album came out, I was just caught up in the moment, basically, like everybody else was.
You know,
I didn't stop to think about the song and what it actually was trying to say until like 2006, 2007 ish.
Mm-hmm.
Once I did, I never looked at this song the same way again.
You
like,
can't.
This song was always like an 8 to an 8+ for me. I was always a big fan of Hey Ya, right?
Right.
Once I experienced the feelings in Hey Ya, and once I really, you know, zoned in on that aspect of it, the obviously dark lyrics, like, become something that is like, how the fuck did I ignore this in the first place? And we'll talk about it because it's actually in the lyrics. But this does not sound sound like a happy song to me anymore in any way. Like, it's not even, the juxtaposition of the happy music with the sad. This song is sad to me now.
You know, I'll tell you when the song unlocked for me as more than just like a dance song.
Right.
Here's the thing. As a kid, when it came out, when I was 10 in 2003, me and all the other kids, I don't want to speak for anybody, but it was a fun song. We danced to it. We sang it. And I think it's odd looking back because I was definitely already emo male and I was into writing and literature and storytelling, all of it. I liked listening to songs for lyrical content, but I'm telling you, this music, the beat,
it's deceptively poppy and upbeat.
Right. The beat hit me with that damn Allen Iverson crossover because I wasn't thinking about shit, but the tempo and this electrifying performance. And a bunch of other elements I'll continue to describe. But when it finally unlocked as more than just that was after my first relationship.
Yeah.
Like that changing, like I heard it way differently. And I'm like, oh my God, this is one of like the greatest relationship records I ever heard. You know, and we'll get into why. But I want to get this out of the way because I've been talking about this, alluding to it all review. So I was telling you this on the phone, and we were talking about it earlier because I couldn't find the footage to rip the audio. Mm-hmm. So it was actually, I was telling you on the phone, I'm like, he was so sick of performing this song at I guess it was the VMAs, the MTV VMAs.
I did some hunting between last night and today. I got the 05, which I didn't have. But 04 is elusive.
It's elusive as hell. And I feel like it might have something to do with this. I mean, it wasn't like a controversy, but like, I remember it. I specifically remember it because I remember my stepmom pointing it out and like me thinking on it and being like, yeah, damn, he really said that. You know, but they closed the show, I believe. And Andre was like, I remember being like, you know, him saying, hey, yeah, goddammit. Like he was sick of it. He was sick of his own song. You know, already it'd been running to the ground within like a year. So I was looking for this, you know, all week. I couldn't find the footage. There's a bunch of other VMAs uploaded in various sources, places. I couldn't find the 04 VMAs. It's partially on YouTube, but it's missing like the beginning and the end, I guess. But when I Googled, hey, ya, goddammit, you know what popped up?
You found it?
No, I didn't find it, but I found a tweet from previous guest Al Shipley.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Look at
He
this.
tweeted about it. He was the first Google result, actually. And this was April 12th.
This is what the RAB network and the RAB universe is all about, you know?
You know, we bring in the greatest minds in the universe to talk about this music, okay? But he had tweeted about this because he remembered it too. This is April 12th, 2014. I think my dad had turned 39. I remember that. But yeah, he said 8:03 p.m. Andre 3000 was so fed up at the 2004 VMAs, he actually said, okay, and for the millionth time, hey, yeah, goddammit. So this wasn't like a Mandela effect. This happened. You know, this did happen. It's lost media at this point, but I've confirmed that someone else remembers it. And it's Al
not
Shipley,
lost media. Somebody has it.
I hope they got it.
No,
well,
there's
the person.
There's private torrent trackers that have like everything, and I'm just not a member of them. Which, if you're listening to this and you have memberships to these private torrent trackers that have everything, please invite me. I won't abuse the privilege.
If anybody got VMAs 04, hit me up. I mean, because I assume the person who has like a big majority of it uploaded to YouTube has the full thing still. It's just that the copyright struck part 1 and 6.
I had something I wanted to bring in, and I don't have it. It's the Killer Mike, the first Killer Mike interview, not the Run the Jewels Killer Mike interview. The original Killer Mike interview from Combat Jack show, where he talked about the making of Hey Ya.
Oh.
It's not one of the Combat episodes I have archived, and it's not up on their feed, and no one has it that I've spoken with. So I couldn't bring that in, but I have a rough idea, like a rough sketch of what he was talking about. Because this record was originally going to have rapping on it. Killer Mike was going to rap on it at one point. And
well, that's the law of the Killer Mike. We ain't need him on this record.
Think that I think as the story goes, he might have told Dre, like, I don't think I should rap on this.
There we go. You know? That's the artist. That's the artist right there.
It's not a fit, and I think you should sing on this. Like, you know, other than the chorus, Dre might have been rapping on this originally too. I don't remember the specifics. If anybody has the Killer Mike interview from Combat Jack, let me know.
Hey, we out here looking, okay? We need this media, okay?
Not the Killer Mike and LP interview. Not Killer Mike Returns. Just Killer Mike. First one.
Yeah. Well, you know, this is the thing about this record. So this music, I mean, probably the music video probably informed this image in my mind, but like,
it's always it's that Beatles on Ed Sullivan
that
show.
Rock and roll 60s energy. You know,
it captures it perfectly though, while still sounding contemporary, because there is synth bass on here. You know, there's
I made note of that.
Drum programming, if you would call it that.
Yeah, I said
but the acoustic
synth
guitar is on top, so you know you get that Ed Sullivan image in your head from the video, which is an iconic video, one of the great music videos
for sure.
And that too kind of masks the darkness of the whole thing.
You know,
people love "Shake It Like a Polaroid Picture." They love that.
I should tell you about that right now. Yeah. Do you remember when Polaroid had to like issue a statement? They were like, "Don't shake our pictures. Like it doesn't actually do anything." And everybody in my community,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
because to have to even issue a statement,
that's how big the record was. Because here's the thing, I don't know about whites, but
we were always told
black
to
folks,
shake it.
niggas. Okay, so you know about this. I'm gonna tell you, ain't no statement. Fuck that statement. Niggas kept shaking the pictures because we was always shaking them. Because apparently we felt like it helped it develop faster.
Why?
To anybody
not? Why not? What's the argument?
Right, it's not gonna hurt it.
No, it's not in any way gonna hurt it.
Fuck
know, off, Polaroid. Let us shake it.
Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Okay, like. If you're unfamiliar, folks, like back in the day, like the cameras, you take a picture and it spit out the photo, and like you'd wait for it to develop, and you know you would just shake it because I guess
and you're supposed to hold it up to the light, so you put it up to the sky if you're outside, or you put it up to a light and you shake it and you shake it and you shake it, and that's supposed to help the image show up quicker.
Right.
And, you know, these cameras were cool because they were instant. It wasn't something you'd have to drop off at, 1 hour photo style and wait to get them back. So, that was the whole conceit behind the Polaroid cameras. They're still around, I think.
That line was money. It was money because it like tapped into something that like it felt like we all did, and like nobody was like actually like it to be in like pop song form like this was like that was a huge pop I got out of the song every time. As well as now Beyonce's and Lucy Lou's. Okay, Mel had a big crush on Lucy Lou, man. I had to see that Ballistic X versus Sever just for Lucy Lou.
I referenced that in one of my verses I think that we played on here.
Yeah, I think you did for sure. And like I saw that movie for her. All right, when I was like 10. I'm like, I'm gonna see this.
Oh, the Running Girls.
What? They're back?
I got up on my screen from the bad website, and there's always like a little video playing.
Oh, right. Okay.
In the corner. It's the Running Girls.
To anybody perhaps listening in the future, at the moment, currently at this point in history. There's a pair of girls we've just nicknamed the Running Girls. Their whole gimmick is they've been running around. They started in a supermarket doing their song. It went viral. Now they then ran in, I think, the TikTok offices. They then ran through maybe the Spotify office. I think they was at Google.
Yeah, they ran through Jesse's house,
Yeah, they ran through Jesse's house.
They're running through Cam's Cove right now.
Yeah, they're running all over the world. Okay, the gimmick. I like the gimmick. I like the running. It's fine, but I worry for them because what's going to happen, when everybody else is tired of the running?
Right. What's going to happen if one of you guys trips over something and breaks your leg,
Right. Or you just get tired. You get fatigued from all that running. But for now, the Running Girls, give it up for the Running Girls, everybody. They found a gimmick. In this world, in this day and age, it's hard to do.
I see Jesse in the corner, like, in the back of the room, dimly lit, like, ain't no running. Okay.
For sure hating. Ain't no running, okay? All right, somebody stick their leg out. We got a trip on these girls, okay? Yeah, but this is this music. It has, like you said, that Ed Sullivan, but it's like that adds to the timelessness of it because people still talk about like that Beatles music and all that.
Yeah, that performance has been immortalized. It was before this song, obviously. That's why he did the homage in the video to it, but it's brilliant because he's playing all the characters in the video as well,
Yeah, and it's just the music. Obviously, like white people come to mind, but like let's be clear, black people was bopping to this too. He united the whole world.
Rock and roll is black music, so
let's for sure we know that. Yeah,
let's just make that clear.
Yeah, and if you disagree with that,
and you ain't black,
all right, yeah. But it's this very like wall of sound thing to it, like it's a delightful piece of music, but it's like it's all happening at once,
and it's got that vibrancy to it that a lot of songs on this album do. It really it shimmers, it's a very pristine kind of sound, but it's very colorful and vibrant at the same time. And, the lyrics, though, I think about, in particular, the second verse, Perfect Verse Alert.
Same.
Perfect Verse Alert. I'll try to read it without crying, okay? I'll try to read it without crying. You think you've got it, you think you've got it, but got it, just don't get it till there's nothing at all. We get together, but separate's always better when there's feelings involved. If what they say is nothing is forever, then what makes love the exception? So why are we so in denial when we know we're not happy here? Y'all don't want to hear me, you just want to dance. And then for the rest of the record, he basically drops the weightiness of it and lets you dance. Don't want to meet your daddy.
Right.
Just want you in my caddy.
Uh-oh.
Don't want to meet your mama. Just want to make you comma. Look, I gotta say, just want to make you come is funny, but it's also another example of him bringing his flavor, his sensibility, the hip hop background into the pop songwriting realm. You know, he has fun on, you know, on the rest of the song, but he doesn't spare you the wait. And if you're like me and you get really choked up in that second verse, especially, once all the other stuff is going on, you're kind of just sulking.
Oh man, I feel you, dog. Because I mean, yeah, it's a perfect songwriting alert on that verse.
Perfect songwriting alert for sure. But perfect, like literally another 8-bar right here. Getting perfect verse alert after Big Boy got his second verse on Unhappy.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm glad you brought up Big Boy because I forgot to mention this during the Way You Move review, but like, you know, like that you know, in here it's like just wanted to make you come. You and I both had the clean versions for different reasons when this album first came out, and as a kid, I didn't know why I was censored. I didn't know nothing about no comma. I didn't know nothing about that. All right, but like it was just a quiet moment, just wanted to make you, and it would stop. And I never knew what he was saying as a kid. But in the Big Boy song, you know, The Way You Move, you know, drip, drip, drop, there goes an eargasm. Now you coming out the side of your face. We tapping right into your memory banks. They never censored coming out the side of your face or eargasm. But I remember as a kid feeling like I wasn't supposed to say that because I was old enough to know that like it was related to sex, but not old enough to know what it was. And I was like, eargasm? Okay, maybe people have orgasms in their ears too. I didn't know nothing about no coming, but they didn't censor that there. And you feel like they would have over like Andre's just like playful manipulation of the word. Like, but it's just funny how that censorship works, you know? But yeah, it was just a quiet moment in the album and I never knew. It was always a very like strange, huge mystery to me. Because it's such a popular and huge song, and it's like this moment in the song where it's like, don't want to meet your mama, just want to make you. I'm like, what does he want to make her do? Like, I never knew for the longest time. And I'm like, oh, okay. I got older, you know. Find out about that comma, but
I found out about that comma.
All right.
I'll take comma over cummies. I'll say that much.
Oh, listen, get that out of here. Ain't none of that. All right, can't be saying that. All right. Put them people on a watch list, all right?
Yeah, the same one Mel's on with that 8- for Bamboo interlude, okay?
All right, Bamboo was a cute infant who was in the studio with his dad. It was a great moment. Ain't no watch list for Mel, okay? That watch list, I'm going to tell you, Charlie, put that shit in the box, okay? Put that watch list in a box. Ain't no list, okay? But, yeah, that verse, that second verse is one of my all-time favorite pieces of writing.
It's no surprise that the public latched on to the breakdown at the end more than what's front loaded on the record.
Yeah. But it's just so, I mean, like we've been saying, like, it's crazy to me how I never really, it's right there in the song. Y'all don't want to hear me. You just want to dance. It never registered to me, even though he says it, you know, at the end of the verse until I got in a relationship. And I'm like, and also it means more to me once I became a musician. And you just kind of understand how audiences work. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, listen, when it comes to that weight or trying to put a message, a lot of they just want to dance, man. Like you got to remember to entertain the people. Don't neglect that.
And it does that, but it also carries the weight in the first. It doesn't sacrifice any of his artistic inclinations or motivations to make a hit. It's actually, it's in line a lot with like the verses from Miss Jackson on the previous album in the first two verses here. And then he's like, all right, fuck it. You know what? You guys don't want to hear this. You just want to dance. And that's what you get to do.
Get into that.
And he'll indulge you in that because he knows if he's going to give you that weight, he's also got to have you leave the record. And I think this is also the thing. You come out of the record in that party mode because that's really what he's doing. You know what to do. Shake it.
You know
shake
what
it,
to do.
Shake it. Shake it. Shake it.
All right. I felt we was going crazy as kids.
because he has all the emotionality that you can handle, and he's also not gonna sacrifice the fact that this is a hit record. So he's gonna please the consumers on here as well. This is one of the true American songbook records to me. It is.
Talk about it. He got put in that songbook.
I got some background info on this one, like anecdotal style again.
Okay.
So I'm going to leave people's names out because it's not right that either of these two people in their mid-30s still be characterized by their actions as teenagers.
Fair.
I'm going to take you back to middle school.
Okay.
And what happened in 7th grade when let's call him they actually have the same first initial, so I'll just say this is make up a guy's name though. That'll be this guy. Person A. Okay, person A.
All right.
So person A calls a bomb threat into the school.
Fuck. Okay.
He gets on the school payphone and says, "Hey, this is person A." Yes, he actually identified himself.
It's crazy.
He called the cops on the school phone, on the payphone, and said, "Hey, this is person A. There's a bomb in the school." What school? School A. Okay. And we all got evacuated. We went out to the front. Everyone was evacuated out into the front of the building. Mm-hmm. And we're like, what's going on? What's happening? And soon word spread that person A had called a bomb threat into the school. And the bomb squad came this was a whole thing. And this was just weeks after Columbine. So they were on high alert. And they found nothing. There was no bomb. I don't know why he did the call, honestly.
Oh, brother.
It didn't make sense why he did it. But he was expelled. And he was basically put in a kind of BOCES program, secondary learning program.
Okay.
For a while, we wouldn't see him again until 9th grade, I believe, or maybe even 10th grade when he came back to the school. When we were in high school. He never came back to our middle school. Now, I'm going to talk about person B, also in 7th grade. All right? He was a track and field star. And one day he was running at a track meet that was at the school.
Like the running girls. Okay.
Yeah, much like the running girls. He, too, was running. Okay?
Right.
And unfortunately, something else started running down his leg.
Oh, come on.
And person B, he shit himself, and he was very embarrassed, and he rushed back up the hill to get back into the school so he can get into the bathroom before more came out, and he didn't make it to the bathroom. The shit was everywhere, all through the hallways that he traveled to get to the bathroom. This man left a trail of shit everywhere.
All right, hold on. Where's the? Oh my god, I'm aching to know how this ties into hey y'all, but here you go.
Due to feces.
All right, continue.
So. He never lived it down. Person B, maybe to this day, still gets shit about this. No pun intended. I don't think they've ever let him live this one down. He didn't live it down all throughout high school. When, he'd pop up on summer break or winter break during the college years, and people would see him, the jokes wouldn't stop. I mean, he was forever known as the guy that shit himself. Meanwhile, person A, the one who called in the bomb threat, when he returned to the school, he kind of got over, like, to the point where in 11th grade, he was one of the people running against Shah in the class presidency.
My term will be the bomb. That's what I would have ran on.
So person A is actually running for class president by 11th grade, and he's really over with a lot of the kids who are in the film society. So, you know, they don't know of his bomb threat shit because they were in elementary school, a lot of them, when he was in 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't even know. They just know him as, like, the quirky guy. And he is a very quirky guy, I would say. He kind of got over as, like, a bit of, like, a cult icon within the film club. And, you know, he was elevated to the point where he started his own, you know, school president campaign. And, you know, I mention person B because person A managed to, like, live down a bomb threat in rather short order to the point where, like, he's allowed to run for class president and there's a growing constituency behind him. Meanwhile, person B never did the thing that he was, you know, made fun of for ever again. But because of this one bad day, he will forever be, like, the shit man. So anyway.
Ain't that America? That's America.
Person A, he has a catchphrase. Yeah! Yeah. So, like, you know, people would do LA Knight's got, yeah! But, you know, person A had, yeah! And we'd see him sometimes in the hallway. If we saw him, we'd be like, yeah! You know, we'd do a yeah.
So is it kind of like his version of "yer"? Like, you know, it's just,
yeah, but it was
okay.
yeah.
All right.
And let me tell you, you know, everything was pretty much lined up perfect for "Hey Ya" to be like his big campaign song when he's running for president, when we're doing the debates to see who's going to be the senior class president for 12th grade. You know, he comes up there and he starts singing, "Hey Ya!" Yo, this motherfucker, look, the truth of the matter is, I couldn't betray Shah and vote for person A.
Okay.
But in my heart, I really wanted to vote for person A for the memery of it all. And the fact that I was going to potentially turn on Shah and vote for person A myself, off the strength of the "ya," the "hey ya," the whole thing. And this kid called in a fucking bomb threat into the school, but I won't even look at the kid who shit himself. I don't want anything to do with him. Stay away from me, shitty.
You know what, man? This really is just that story is a microcosm of America. It reminds me of modern politics and old school politics around when this album dropped. Because this guy the bomb threat guy, that's a huge deal. But yet he got this like cult following and a catchphrase and everything, and ends up getting over. Meanwhile, remember Howard Dean?
He's over like Rover. I mean, to this day, you know, he's settled down a bit. He's married now.
Look at that. He won.
But when I see person A, you know what it is. One finger in the sky like the bloodline, and you got to hit him with the "ya."
Yeah. But person B is just shit boy.
Person B is disgusting. I don't want anything to do with it.
Person B is Howard Dean. Because what did Howard Dean really do other than, yeah?
Nothing.
Like, okay, it's awkward. It's weird. But, like, that wasn't a bomb threat.
No, but that was it for him. That was like what they said was the the kiss of death.
It killed him, and it was like, I remember being a kid and being like, really? Why? I mean, it was goofy, but like,
I'm over here thinking about actually voting for the bomb threat guy.
You know,
maybe we'll talk about it when Shah comes. Maybe not. He doesn't like talking about this situation that much.
I don't blame him.
He lost the election, but not to person A.
Oh, okay. That's good. At least person A didn't win, but.
He had won every class presidency prior to that, though, so it was a big hit to him.
Okay. Well, I feel like the person
a lot of
who
Shaw lore
themselves-
in this review, by the way.
Hey, Shaw, he was around at the time, you know? He's around now, and he's coming. But, I think the shit person's Howard Dean. Because, I mean, the shit, that could happen to anybody. That's why I don't think it's cool to continue to... Like, we all have a bad day.
I know, but I can't... It's just, man. Like
the bomb threat can't happen to anybody. Most people wouldn't do that.
There was no bomb. That's what I'm trying...
True, but like...
That was
just
how
the
I
situation.
rationalized it. I was like, you know what? Now, when he called in the threat, I wasn't friends with Person A. I became friends with Person A through the film club.
Right.
And I'm like, you know what? There was no bomb. What am I... Like, he was just trolling them, basically.
You know, it reminds me...
And it was pre-9/11. He never did it again. He never pulled it. But nobody was ever like, oh, shit, bleep that.
Hold on, let me... Let me just play a random drop so it's I can see it as a cue to censor that. There's something that is not played often. It's long enough to be like,
nobody was ever like, what are you gonna do? Call in a bomb threat? Where it's like, man, I don't want to do this test. Redacted. Please go call in a bomb threat for us.
Oh, now you're reminding me of the old girl from the Catholic school. What are you gonna do? Write another rap about me? Okay. Brother. Here we go. I'm gonna play this because this is unused enough, and it'll be a cue visually on the waveform, so I can remove the accidental naming of the person.
The fact that you try to normalize that's okay, that's good, like it's things that men do.
That's Person
what
B.
Men do. That's what you do.
That's what Person B when he's asking me why I won't talk to him, but why I'm voting for a fucking terrorist.
No, I think that was for Person A, actually. Why are you trying to normalize like bomb threat accusation? Like that's what men do. That's not what men do. Okay?
All I'm saying is that if there was a bomb, I think I'd be like too freaked out to actually befriend him eventually.
Okay. Well,
but
the thing about allegations and accusations, though, is usually they stick with you whether it's true or not. You know, so the stink would have still been on him, but apparently in America...
He didn't have any bomb threat stink on him at all. He got
crazy.
Himself over, he repackaged himself, he became a true character. And I love a good character, bro.
You gotta love a character, bro. Exactly.
Every time I hear Hey Ya, I think of Person A, and I think of him coming out to Hey Ya, and then opening his speech with Hey Ya! No music underneath at that point. Raw dogging it. And I'm thinking like, yeah, that's my president right there.
Oh, brother. Oh, man. Listen, I will say quick shout out to any student who's been accused of stuff. When I went to the Catholic school, there was a kid, I won't say his name, but he was cool. He was nice. He wasn't a yo. And he got suspended because like some rumor went around and he said like, oh, I'm gonna blow up the school or shoot up the school or something like that. And they suspended him over this. And I remember being like, yo, free my nigga, what his name was. Cause I'm like, I know that kid, like he ain't do it. And he came back and he was like, it was like, I was like, I'm fine. Like I'm emotionally stable. Like I have friends. Like I'm fine. Like it wasn't what they said. It was a joke. You know, like they thought because like he was quiet and everything that like he was gonna shoot the school for real. He's like, I'm happy, I'm okay. Like it was like, yeah, I'm like, yo, shout out to my boy, okay. But yeah, anybody who's been falsely accused of
also, he didn't say he was gonna blow up the school. He said there's a bomb in the school. Right. You know. Maybe there was. What if there was, honestly? Like, what if he knew something that we didn't? Well, maybe he got somebody to defuse it before they could find it and remove it. I don't know. Maybe he was just confused. Maybe he was just taking the piss and having fun in a pre-9/11 environment, you know? You know what happened, okay? He got back he got back on the phone, you know, and he had to recall the police, and you know what he told him?
That nigga just get confused.
I know.
Okay, that's what happened. All right. Obviously, folks, the moral is, don't blow up schools, don't shoot up schools.
But definitely don't shit yourself. That's the worst thing you could do.
Apparently. Right, that's the big lesson. Don't shit yourself or you'll be
Obviously, don't
forever.
get expelled from school for calling in a bomb threat, but if you shit yourself, you might as well call in that bomb threat.
I'm gonna say this. I've been saying because it's topical right now, and I said it before. But listen, it happens. When I was like 7 or 8, I doo-doo on myself in the middle of the night, and my dad called me the doo-doo monster for like a year. Okay, it happens. All right, I'm proud to say I have not doo-dooed on myself since like that time. So but it can happen to people. All right, is all I'm saying. And the doo-doo man should be exonerated.
The doo-doo man can come true.
He's listening.
It could happen to you.
Andre 3000, if you're listening, give us one of them like loungy songs about the
Who
doo-doo.
knows where this doo-doo goes? And you hear the flushing of a toilet as the orchestra swells. We got a lot of archival for this one. I don't know. We're sitting around fucking finger popping each other's assholes here.
It's hey ya! It's having a great time. It's a 10. You gotta
No,
celebrate.
it's hey ya!
All right, what do we got here? What's going on?
All right. Well, before we get into the live performances of Hey Ya itself, let's talk a little bit about Hey Ya's influence. Because if one song on this album has had enduring influence outside of rap and within rap, it's Hey Ya.
All right.
You know Richard Cheese, Mel?
No.
Have you seen the Dawn of the Dead remake from 2004, directed by your favorite director of all time, Zack Snyder?
I don't know that nigga. I don't think I've seen it, though. No.
Okay, well, it's nothing compared to the brilliant 1978 original by the great master George A. Romero.
Shout out to Romero. Okay,
it doesn't suck. Okay, it doesn't suck. It's fine. However, the best part of it is Richard Cheese. He's a lounge singer that he covers a lot of popular top 40 songs, a lot of like new metal and rap songs, and he's bringing them into the lounge style, and he's singing the lounge music in the Dawn of the Dead remake.
Okay. Oh, you know why you had me confused? Zack Snyder is like DC. I don't, we know about them. Them the ops. Okay, he over there doing that. Actually, he ain't doing that no more. He got cut because everybody's screaming about that Snyder cut that we don't really need. But shout out to him though.
The Snyder cut. I mean, that's like every Jewish family on Long Island with the last name Snyder when they take their kid to get the bris. That's the Snyder cut. That's the only Snyder cut I'm aware of.
Okay. This is Hey Ya by Richard Cheese. Is that his real name?
I don't think his last name is really Cheese.
You never know, man. All right, here we go.
A 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3, My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. But does she really wanna, but can't stand to see me walk out the door? Hey ya.
Look, Richard, best of love, but I don't want to see your ass near no more OutKast songs in your life. All right, you might be all right with something else. I don't know. This is the only thing I ever heard from you, but don't ever do that again.
He's not an artist I would actually listen to, but he works well in the confines of the inferior remake of Dawn of the Dead.
Jesus, he's just in all kinds of inferiority. Huh?
Yeah, that's what it's all about. That's the future, baby. Up next is another cover, Booker T. Jones, Drive-By Truckers, who the father seems to like a lot.
Ooh, I've been hearing a lot about them. Yeah, the father.
And, you know, the legend, Neil Young. Okay, this is a Hey Ya cover. Let's see if the legends could do something here.
All right, well, okay. Listen, man, I hope there's no way it's worse than Richard Cheese. All right, so here we go. So it's just an instrumental.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, it's still better than Cheese. Okay. Cheese was bullshit.
His name is Cheese.
That cheese is spoiled. All right. Okay.
Well, it's not just happening outside of rap because it's been sampled as well.
Mm-hmm.
We got YG, Mess Around. This is early YG.
Okay.
Early-ish, right. I should say.
I see Dat Piff exclusive here. All right.
Let's see what it's exclusive to Drat Priff.
Oh, it's dead. So, yeah.
Got a girl up at the house, fucked up on that couch, never kissing her mouth. Then after I hit, I'm out. Wifey asked if she could go, wifey asked if she could go, wifey asked if she could go. You know I told that bitch no.
I haven't heard anybody touch
I get
the heights.
pay ya. You get pay ya? Okay. What about Ghost Main, Mel? Poppy's boyfriend?
Never heard of him. Poppy, the singer, Poppy?
Yeah, Triple H's side mistress.
Oh shit. Okay. How would you do that to her?
She's
smarter than that. She ain't messing with that man. He probably tried though.
He probably tried. Like Drake and the Bobby girl. We know what happened.
I just got divorced.
I never thought I'd be in a world where I respect Poppy more than Drake. What is going on?
Listen, there are two Poppies, okay? Where's the drop? There are two N-words. Okay.
There are two Poppies for sure. Yeah, Ghost Main, shoot boyfriend of Poppy, not work husband like Triple H. And Parvo. This is that weird goth white boy rap that just is a complete blind spot for me. You
talking like the Suicide Boys?
Yeah, that kind of shit. It's just one day we'll get into it, obviously, because we're going to do everything, but this has been a massive blind spot for me. I don't pay attention to this kind of music. So let's see. I mean, Mel, what do you think? Maybe we'll like it.
Maybe. Let's check it out. To Whom It May Concern by Ghost Main.
I broke the law in Madrid, and I'll do it again. I got a bitch in every city that I ever been. I thought the money would do something for the sadness in me, but I'm deeper in the abyss than I have ever been. I got 2 million other tracks that all sound like this. So this flow is for the kids that all miss that shit. But really, I can give a fuck what anybody miss. I'm too chaotic and the music don't reflect that shit.
You think you got it? Oh, you think you got it? I always promise I would never rap about a narcotic. I'll keep my promise, but know that I'm still being honest. The help I needed coming. Now I'm pushing the button to self-destruct me. And no, I don't wanna talk about it. I'll never take you up on your offer to try to help me out of it. It's just a matter of time until I rest my eyes, go to sleep and never come out of it.
I had turned it up and got a drink of water, and I heard him. You think you got it? Ooh, you think? Listen, I need that Squidward drop. Get away from her. Okay, her being hey ya. Okay, y'all messing up. Okay,
influence is not always, I think it's a mark sometimes of a impactful record, but there's no telling if the stuff that it's going to go on to influence is going to be any good.
My whole thing when I started making beats is like, I didn't go for my favorite songs per se, because it's like, how am I going to improve them? I'm not going to touch it unless I think I can improve. And chances are there ain't no improvement. That's why they're my favorite songs. Like, I got to really hear a way to do something with it, other than just interpolate it or just, YG just playing the vocals and it's like, and then doing
how much of those vocals are going to play, by the way, on that YG one? Jeez. Pick a part of the sample. Don't fucking just like, all right, there's bad sampling right there. But we got some palate cleansers. We got 2 of them, actually.
Okay.
A couple months apart. Here is from around the time of the album release, Hey Ya, live on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno.
Oh, Jay Leno. Okay.
NWO member.
Right. Okay, here we go.
Party people. In the game of tennis, the term love means absolutely nothing. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. Come on. What does she really want? But can't stand to see me walk out the door. Don't try to fight the feeling, cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for mom and dad for sticking 2 together, cause we don't know how. We gonna have a good time tonight. My name is Andre 3000. Gonna have an OutKast. Come on, say hey.
So, I guess I should have said, here's when they played the song Hey Ya on Jay Leno, and Andre 3000 kind of sang along to it.
I mean,
we know what happened, all right? Big Boy was like, so when are we going to tour this thing? We discussed it.
Andre mumbled under his breath, ain't no tour. What was that? Nothing. They wouldn't address it until like a few months later. Yeah, but he knew a long time ago it wasn't going to be no tour. But at the beginning, though, that little, opening little bit with the tennis and love, and
yeah,
he was alluding. I noticed this week when I was looking up performances of this, he was kind of doing a different thing on like each major platform, like before the song, like just a different little scene or whatever, like opening statement. But he's alluding to the true nature of the song with that, before he got into the song, everybody was like, love means absolutely nothing in tennis. It's like he's heartbroken. Is what the song's about. It is love. What does he mean? It probably means nothing. We can't stick together. Can't figure it out. But
we got another live performance of Hey Ya. It's from the 46th annual Grammy Awards.
Okay.
So this is a few months later now. This is, what is it now? 6-7 months later after that performance.
All right, here we go.
Ladies are definitely restless. 1, 2, 3. My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. But does she really wanna? But can't stand to see me walk out the door. Don't try to fight the feeling, 'cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for mom and dad for sticking two together, 'cause we don't know how.
We got some scratching on that Grammy stage, you know. Hip hop
A little more confident with the vocals, I think, even though he's still singing over the record itself.
I figure, you know, he figured he was at the Grammys, you know. It's like, all right, I gotta give him a show. I gotta
By the
perform that
VMAs, which is like a few months after this, it's all right. Hey, God damn it.
God damn it. Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah. Did you notice at the top of that Grammys performance he had oh boy from the video that was beating it, you know?
Are we about to get the beat?
No, they ain't getting the beat. Nah.
Let me get the beat.
No, they heard the beat before. We ain't gotta get.
I want to hear it again.
Come on, man.
It's been a minute. All right, I need y'all to put one hand in the air. Get the snap dances.
Folks, once upon a time, you know, the video, you know, I sampled the audio just to make a goofy beat in FL Studio in like 5 minutes. You hear them stock FL drums, you know. Yeah.
Have you made any more recent beats sampling like world events or news items?
World events or news items? No, I don't think. No, not any world events or news items.
Many Fries, I guess, would be the closest, right?
Yeah, well, that's more of a mashup, you know. That's more of a, you know, putting many fries over
many men.
You know, over many men. Yeah, that was different. But yeah.
Damn, man. Final lap tour in 2 weeks. Can't believe it.
Oh, brother, we ain't going down that road. All right, ain't no.
I'm just saying, one guy refuses to tour, and one guy is more than happy to.
Oh, brother. Anyway, folks, Hey Ya is a perfect record. There's even more, like, I would say about it. I mean, y'all know by now the chorus. Hey Ya. It's as advertised, but it's one of the stickiest melodies and earworms in music. You know, you gotta say Hey Ya.
You know, listen, Mo, okay. We always do this on the biggest reviews. It's Hey Ya.
Exactly. You know, when you deal with songs like this, you guys look at the audience. I mean, it's Hey Ya, okay? We're going to explain why it's like what Hey Ya is, but like at the end of the day, it's Hey Ya. Okay, you got
we Hey Ya the fuck out of Hey Ya. Okay, we gave you everything. I'm just saying, it's Hey Ya. We didn't even need to give you all that.
You know, I mean, let me see. Is there anything else I was gonna say about this? Oh yeah, at the end, what's cool than being cool?
Ice cold.
Okay,
and his
dad's
character
friend,
is ice cold, by the way.
Oh yeah,
as
ice
we
cold.
know.
Ice cold. Right. Trying to stave off that love before he shoot him in the chest. We know how I go. But listen, the thing is, growing up when this song was out, because it was huge, my dad's friend Shaky, he was visiting my dad and I were visiting my grandpa, my dad's dad. We were at his house, and then my dad's friend came by the house to visit my dad, and my uncle was there, my Uncle Jamie, and apparently I think he had like a perm at the time, which kind of looked like Andre's hair in the video. And so my dad's friend Shaky would just call Uncle Jamie Ice Cold for like a year. Like his name was no longer Jamie, it was Ice Cold. Okay, which was a great moment because you got
shout out to Ice Cold.
Shout out to Ice Cold. Okay. Another fun thing about Uncle Jamie is that we went to Six Flags one time.
Don't tell me you saw 6 Redacteds.
No, I didn't go to Six Flags and see 6 Redacteds like Tyler said. No. Although that would have been perfectly fine. No, I saw Uncle Jamie on a roller coaster. And I remember he was sitting next to me. And like mid-ride, I remember looking over at him. And he was cheesing so hard. Like it was the purest, most exhilarated face. And I deemed it Jamie face. And the whole thing about life is you want to experience Jamie face every day if you can. I came to this, I was like recounting the day to my dad, and like he got a big pop out of it when I described it to him because he was cheesing. So like if I could have freeze framed that moment of him on the coaster cheesing, okay? I just want my whole life to be Jamie face.
That's why those Mools meet and greets, they're expensive, but they're well worth it. If you want to see Mools make Jamie face.
Okay. Jamie face guaranteed at the Mools meet and greet. All right.
I don't know if you're going to see Ghost face, but you might see Jamie face, okay? Ain't no Jamie. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
That Jesse talking about how he's still paying for the meet and greet to this day.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. All right. It's worth the experience. But, folks, hey, yeah. Okay?
Hey, yeah, if you will,
Hi, yeah, if you do them martial arts. But, hey, yeah, is for everybody. And it's a 10. So.
I agree. I mean, we connect on 2 10s on the same album. Never going to happen again. I promise you.
Wow. It could. You never know. The whole lot of albums left in hip-hop history. All right.
We know about Mel 10s, though. He's main event Mel.
Brother. Okay. Hey, you got anything else?
I don't. I think I've given them enough.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what did y'all think? We was going to break this thing down in just a few seconds? Come on, we rap rankings. We had to give y'all the whole show, of Hey Ya. Archival, discussion, stories. Come on, all right? Are we on YouTube? Are we? I don't know. We could be.
It's Hey Ya. I mean, I'd like to think we are.
Okay, well, hey, y'all, and on YouTube. If you enjoyed the Hey Ya excerpt here, this song review, check out the whole episode. It's good.
It's real. Look, we're currently, how many more tracks are left on this thing?
We got them on the goddamn 11, 10 of them.
All right, well, we're only 30 minutes away from this being our longest episode ever, so tap in with Mools and Mel on the Rap Rankings podcast.
Like tapping in. Yeah, tap in.
And right? There's much, much more where this came from. All right, you two, we gotta go. We got more of The Love Below to review.
All right. Well, we can move on. Hold on, folks. Wait a minute. I forgot something. Huh?
Hold on?
Yeah. Hold on, be strong, right? OutKast? Huh? See? You can't. I'm tapping my head like Hollywood Rock. See, you think you gonna catch me? I know rap. I am Hib. Yeah, hold on, folks. There's something that I was gonna say. I was reminded of something I was gonna say.
That's Elliot Wilson in the morning in front of the mirror.
What?
I am rap. I am Hib.
And then he walks outside to go meet with DJ Academics. Yeah, listen. That's not how you conduct yourself, OG. But anyway, no, we had to step away briefly. You know, Mools ate some food. I had to meet a man about a bag. It's a long story, but
I really ate some food. I had a fucking burrito.
There you go. A burrito, you know. That's some good shit in burritos, you know. But I was in a parking lot waiting on this man to show up. And I was outside of Five Guy, and I saw this couple walk outside, this old couple, and I was like, man, you know, love, right? You know, back when it was a thing. And it reminded me of something. I want to be clear, folks. Verse 2 was a perfect verse alert, which is not to discount verse 1. I just want to say, because I don't think I said anything about it.
Oh, we didn't talk too much about verse 1. That's
yeah,
right.
We didn't talk too much about it, but like I wanted, because I was reminded of the line that I think is like the best part of verse 1. Because the whole first one is just about like doubt in the relationship. It's like, does she want to leave? Does she want to stay? You think she loves you, whatever. But don't try to fight the feeling, because the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for mom and dad for sticking two together, because we don't know how. That line, again, which is why it's perfect songwriting, is because he's acknowledging, within the context of his own relationship, the changing of standards and behaviors between generations, you know, the love and stuff, you know. But you got to ask yourself, I mean, this was 2003. We're 20 years later, 2023. We know more about people in general because of the internet. Mm-hmm. It's possible, you know, back in the day, 1800s, early, like 1920s, 1950s, people, mamas and daddies probably hated each other back then, but divorce was more taboo. So they just thugged it out, you know? So it's like almost the line, thank God for mom and dad for sticking two together because we don't know how. You could say like, we don't know how to love like they used to love, or we don't know how to just like bury it. Like we addressed this, like we break up and get together and go find new people. Like that was how things had changed throughout time, you know? And I was reminded of that when I saw the old folks, because I'm like, yeah, you know, our generation, you know, I'm 30, like niggas is fucked up out here, you know? It's like we don't know how to love no more. But like that, it's arguable that we never did. It's just that things change throughout time, you know?
Cut
so
the music up a little loud.
Oh, how to yeah, how to love, all right? It's possible that they knew how to love better before things got hectic and out of control, or they just knew how to just push the shit down and thug it out, you know? So that's why I think of that line as, you know, our parents were good role models. Like, I'm glad they stuck together because we certainly don't know how. But also, like, you know, yeah, the other thing.
Well,
so anyway,
I'm
I was
glad
reminded.
you added that.
Yeah, I forgot to. That's a good part of the song, you know. But,
now we're really out. We got to do.
Right, we out. All right, bye, y'all. Okay, hey ho, hip hop array. We going. All right, see y'all on the rest of the review, which is about to start. So here we go.
Bye, yeah.
And I wave, fool, as I blew by you. As I blew by ya. Okay? All right. Goodbye for track 9. All right, here we go. Track 19, Vibrate, produced by Andre 3000. 7+.
10.
What the fuck? 10?
Yeah.
On the jack off song? Who are you, me? What? Okay. The most unexpected 10 in Mel predicting Wool's ratings history. Wow. Yeah. A 10. Okay. I was not expecting this. All right.
It's a 10.
How did you come to this? No pun intended.
First, I know what the song is about. I don't think about it in that light.
Okay.
This is a song about the last stand, bro.
Oh shit.
Okay. This is a song. Look, when Mools is feeling like giving it up and just
when you feel you're done about the best you can. All right.
Yep. When I'm feeling like fucking quitting. When I'm feeling that depresso,
yeah,
you know, when I feel like just fucking unburdening the world, I listen to this fucking song, and it gives me strength to power through all the bullshit and to not do anything crazy.
Wow, well, that's deep.
It's a very soothing record. Like, there's not a lot to discuss because aside from, the quote unquote verses, if you will, it's mainly just the chorus over and over again over like I think it's She Lives in My Lap reversed.
I think I read that actually somewhere before. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Okay. Now, I said that a song went from a 9+ to a 10, and a song went from a 10 to like a 9+. That was She Lives in My Lap and Vibrate. And they do have like a connection to them, not just because after She Lives in My Lap in the Idlewild movie, Vibrate is used in, the context of having lost this woman and being like haunted by it. And it also has nothing to do with masturbation. So, I know what the song is supposed to be about. I kind of disregard that, and it's my own thing to, just sulk in for a while. And it's like one of my all-time sulking records.
Okay.
It's,
I can never take that away from you.
It's an emotional outlet for me, and it's only become more relevant to me over time.
Well, I did say this is a Let's Just Be Sad and Cut the Lights record.
It is.
But it's also, after you cut the lights, you light the candle. And my niggas in the group chat know what I mean when I say light the candle, okay? This is, I feel exactly where you're coming from, but for me, I feel like this is sad clown music. And to me, it's because I feel like a clown when I got to resort to that smut, and look, the girls don't like me. I think it's humorous. There's humor in here, but like, I'm on that damn evil angel. It's like, fuck it, okay? And it's not just for guy. Every boy and girl, woman and man, it's like, hey, Vibrate. Even that's like a double entendre, Vibrate and stuff. But it's like, when you feel you've done about the best you can.
Yeah, when you feel you've done about the best you can, motherfuck the wagon, come join the band. That's a sentiment I don't want to relate to. But sometimes I feel like I have to give into. And for me, what that means is putting all of my dreams and all of my ambitions on the back burner and leading a more stable and normal life in a conventional sense.
Stable, normal, yet unfulfilling, which is the Mules and Mel conundrum, because we can't fucking do that. It's not what we were
this song
birthed to do, whatever.
In some ways has become like the Mules and Mel Last Stand record to me.
Shit.
Yeah, I can't stress enough how little it has to do with masturbation in my mind.
Well, it reminds me of just like, look, I'm kind of in that mood right now. These girls do not fucking want me. And granted, I haven't tried because I'm living under a capitalist regime.
Here we go.
I'm just saying, like, I keep to myself because I ain't got no money or no time. I mean, what are we on, hour 17 of this? Probably something like that. Like, what do I do? When my business do I have?
Jared Blesnick
I can't
style,
support them.
No hoes.
No life. No hoes. No hope. It's a lot of things, the record. But the humor is keeping me from like completely sinking into it.
In the background vocals, that.
I mean, it's like, look, man, I'm not going to be able to be talking to nobody, marriage, kid, whatever have you. So I'm finna grab on me, nigga. This is the Beat Your Shit anthem. This is putting yourself over the song because you're not in it. Where's that drop? Okay. Because like, you're asking me, it's like, oh, you can do it. Lots of people are struggling. Nigga, I'm 30 and I have personal standards where I don't want to be in no woman life when I ain't got nothing to offer the way I'd like. So, this goes out to my therapist and anybody else who's tried to tell me to get out there and, see what I can find and listen. All right.
Nah, I can't do that right now because I'm gonna kill your motherfucking ass. If you keep saying that.
I forgot about that part. Now it sounds like I'm trying to kill my therapist.
100% needs to go on a list after this episode.
I forgot about that part. In the drop folder, it's I can't do that right now. Mad version. I didn't know what that's what it was. Okay, I forgot about that. I thought it was just this.
Nah, I can't do that right now.
But like he said in Matter or something. See, there you go. You gotta check your drop sometimes. All right. Well, I don't want to shoot my therapist. She held me down. I actually had a very tearful internally. I held together. I didn't cry, but I met her in person for the last time recently this week, and it's sad. But anyway.
They just unfollowed each other on Instagram, so I think he tried to fuck.
Wait, what happened?
You just you guys just unfollowed each other. So, I think it's possible that you wanted to fuck. That was many hours ago on this episode, okay? I get it.
Right, at this point.
Feels like another episode now.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is, that deep voice that's singing alongside him reminds me of the Devo, which makes me uncomfortable. The
Devo, man.
Law breed.
That guy.
I love the melody on that.
I gotta Hulk up. Okay, I gotta Crody up. Wow. I gotta rip down the straps like Kurt Angle and hit him with that. Woo! Because we still got something big to cover here.
What?
We got something real big to cover on this album.
Oh, was the next song?
This is a 10 for me, but there's a lot less to dig into lyrically and thematically, obviously.
Well, I mean, get yourself together. We almost there, But yeah, so we get Hulk up, do some coke, whatever you're gonna have to do. I hear jacking off gives some people energy. I don't know about that.
Not me.
Experience. Yeah, I don't know about that. But yeah, I mean, he's talking about the love below. Start talking to you. Yeah, the nigga said, "Fuck it, run the session." All right, what else I'm gonna do? All right, I ain't got nobody in my phone. Look, Smell Rankings out now. I mean, obviously, I could go for 53 hours on this song. We're not here to talk about that baiting, okay? But this is the spoken word. I said good head ass. When he's talking about circumcision, they already are desensitizing the very thing that brought you into this motherfucker in the first place. And when I say motherfucker, I do mean motherfucker. It's like, okay, man, become the master of your own.
Who's that? Andrew Yang?
No, it's Andre 3000. Mother Earth is dying. We continue to fuck her to death. Yeah, we do. Play with your own score sheet. Become the master of your own patient. Domain was right there.
A Funkadelic reference to Maggot Brain.
Oh, Maggot Brain. Okay. Shout out to it.
You
God
sure?
is watching you. No need to be embarrassed. I'm going to be embarrassed. All right. Last nostalgic bit of listen, Trey we were sexual deviants in the 6th grade because we were coming into that puberty and we wanted to know what was going on in the world. I remember that's another thing he said. He was like, play with your own score sheet. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I remember telling him that. And he was like, yeah, it's about this. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about because I didn't know about that until like later, I tried to look it up in like the liner notes because he said like the lyric. I think he said it was spreadsheet though, but it's score sheet. But anyway, final note: the computer at the end, LOVE, not found. Okay, reminded me of that. He said my laptop does. That's not love. Okay, by Hamilton. So anyway, I guess we've like basically hit the end of the story of the album. I guess he failed. He's just gonna end up.
He failed. He's gonna end up jerking off. And then,
which is humorous, I mean,
I feel like the next song is like not part of the narrative of this album, but it's like kayfabe style or breaking kayfabe rather.
It's the like Jimmy Cooks.
Yeah, and it's about Andre 3000. It's not about Ice Cold or Cupid Valentino or Dracula. Yeah. It's about the guy.
Right.
After all of this stuff has been laid bare, we're going to hear from the man himself. But before we do that, we got to hear Kendrick Lamar PNP 1.5, which samples this.
The hell was that? I think I heard of this.
Yeah, it's off Overly Dedicated.
Gina, baby, I don't have no money, I don't have no end. Gina, I'm ass out.
That Martin. That's my situation right now.
Something right now. I told you that.
What up, oh, oh, what up? I said, oh, what up, oh, oh, what up? I said, oh, what up, oh, oh, what up? Well, alright, I'm going through something with life, but pussy and Patron make you feel alright. Pussy and Patron make you feel alright. Pussy and Patron, that's some great advice. I'm going through something with life, but pussy and Patron make you feel alright. Pussy and Patron make you feel alright. Pussy and Patron, that's some great advice. Welcome to my diary. Stressing got me gray hair, something to inspire me. Rather than society's woes, let me go, let me shine a little bit, love. I want diamonds too, Ronnie on Players Club. I used to have a 9 to 5, fresh out of school, that was 05. That bitch was racist, got me fired. Ever since then, I had no job. Pushing in my mama van, stop for gas on Rosecrans. Trust me, these niggas rush me for something my cousin probably did. Guilty by association, story of my life, nigga. You gon' make me flip this bitch, your shit, just give me life, nigga. Pain since my grandma's death. Uncle killed at Louis Burgers. Hold my tears, I try my best. Let it go, drench my pour over. Cycles of a starving artist, trying to go beyond the margins. Maintaining my modest as I dream. So while I go through all this bullshit, what you call it, life itself, I know what helps. Let me scroll through my Blackberry. Hey, what's up, daddy? I'm going through something with life, but pussy and Patron make you feel alright. Pussy and Patron make you feel alright. Pussy and Patron, that's some great advice.
Did I miss it? Did it happen?
No, it's not even gonna. I should have chopped it, but it's just, fuck it. It's too deep into the song. It's in there.
Well,
though.
that is probably one of my takeaways from Overly Dedicated. So
take my word for it. It's in there.
All right. Okay.
All right. Straps down like Perk. It's time to hit the fucking finish and go home. But before we do that,
all right. Well,
it's time for a day or a life in the day.
Yeah, it feels like it. A life in an episode of RAB. We've lived a whole life across all these hours. This is a very fitting end. Okay.